Welcome to Horrify Environment. If you are new here, you can subscribe our channel. We upload daily horror videos. In Baltimore, the night was foggy and chilly. The majority of the city's inhabitants were hidden inside their houses, oblivious to the creepy atmosphere that shrouded the area, and the streets were deserted. But the evening was just the start of a thrill-seeking group starting. Alex was one of them, a fearless city explorer with a reputation for exploring the murkiest corners of the city. Tonight, Alex and a few buddies had set their eyes on the former children's asylum, an abandoned asylum with a reputation for being haunted. Once serving as a haven for the city's most vulnerable youngsters, the children's asylum has long since been abandoned and allowed to deteriorate in the city's shadows. Narratives of eerie incidents and spectral appearances had years of chaos surrounding the asylum, but Alex and the others remained unfazed. They were committed to learning the real story behind the rumors. Alex and his buddies arrived at the asylum just as 3 a.m. arrived. The structure loomed before them, its walls covered in graffiti and its windows broken. As they got closer to the entrance, Alex felt a shiver run down their spine, but they overcame their dread and led the way inside. Alex was considerably more alarmed by the asylum's interior than he had anticipated. The sound of weak water dripping reverberated down the halls, and the air was heavy with rot and dust. As they dug deeper, they discovered proof of the rusty cribs, shattered toys, and faded murals portraying depressing themes were remnants of the asylum's dark past. But more than simply the abandoned remains of the asylum's previous occupants chilled Alex to the bone. As they proceeded further inside the structure, odd things started to happen. Doors slammed shut behind them, footsteps echoed from empty hallways, and shadows swirled around the walls. Alex and their pals persisted in their quest to learn the truth, despite their mounting uneasiness. However, the more they explored the asylum, the more sinister the spirit that seemed to remain there grew. Mutterings filled the air, chilly hands touched their skin, and they felt as though invisible forces were tugging and pushing at them from the shadows. It was soon discovered that they were not the asylum's only residents. Something evil, something that desired their removal, waited in the shadows. Alex and their buddies understood they were in danger, and panic set in, but they didn't know how to get out of it. The asylum resembled a maze, with its hallways winding around, and eventually drawing them deeper into the grasp of whatever evil entity was housed there. They happened upon a room unlike any they had ever seen, just when it looked like there was no hope left. Fading artwork decorated the walls, and a lone rocking chair in the middle of the space rocked back and forth as though someone was moving it. Alex felt a shiver go down her spine as they got closer to the chair. Phantom figure. A young girl with empty eyes and a melancholy expression sat in the chair, her voice a whisper in the wind. She reached out to them. She cried out, "Help me," her voice resonating across the space. "I've been trapped here for so long." Alex and their companions were paralyzed by dread and had no idea what to do. However, as they noticed a hint of something familiar as they peered into the girl's eyes, a glimpse of humanity amid the gloom, Alex reached out to the girl, her hands shaking, giving her consolation and peace. And as they did, something started to change in the room's atmosphere. The suffocating influence that had been weighing them down seemed to be released as the air became lighter. Alex understood then the true meaning of the asylum's haunting. The spirits that lurked inside its walls were lost souls in need of direction and salvation, not evil spirits out to harm people. Alex and their pals decided to help the ghosts find peace after having a change of heart. Night after night, they went back to the asylum to give blessings and prayers to the spirits imprisoned inside its walls. And eventually, the children's asylum was filled with nothing but silence as the haunting that had afflicted it for so long started to lessen. Alex felt a feeling of finality as they stood outside the asylum for the last time. The structure had overcome the darkness that had once overtaken it, and in its place was a renewed sense of hope and redemption. And Alex realized that they had found something far more precious than any simple ghost story. As they left the asylum and its eerie hallways behind them, they had discovered the capacity for compassion and the capacity to bring light into even the darkest of situations.